Yeah, yeah, and that one zooms it, so you might end up doing it. The rocker one zooms it if you need to.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is your Aldi boiler control panel. Basically, switch on and switch off is press and hold this button here. The green LED is showing it's working fine at the moment. If a red LED shows there, it means you've either run out of gas or you're not turning the gas on. That's if you run it on gas or there's some fault, and phone the engineers time. Your caravan is represented by this little house here with a thermometer in it, and it's telling us at the moment the room temperature is 18 degrees, which is probably what I set it to. It's actually warmer. Here again, once you go into the menu, it's showing your caravan. Here is the little thermometer in it. I've set it to 16 degrees. If I turn it up to 20, basically a touch screen.
Yeah.
Come out of that again. It'll show you the circle there is showing you your Aldi heater is working. Now I've turned the temperature up. What I'll do is I'll turn it down again to 16. Come out of that, and it shows you it's shut off. So
right.
As long as your circle with the arrows in is showing on the screen, it shows you the heating is working. Or bringing it up to temperature. I will actually turn it up a bit because it's a bit chilly in here. So touch screen up to 20 for instance. It does go up to 30, which is sauna temperature. Next one down, your water heater is represented by this little shower head, and at the moment I'm showing you the doorstop wedge there is at half full, so that is heating the water to 40 degrees. To turn the water off, press minus. No water heating going on at all at the moment. 40 degrees, this is 60. So you remember me saying you take in your shower first?
Yeah.
Turn it up to 60. Turn the water pump on. Turn the water pump on so the water heater will replenish itself while you're taking your shower, so you don't leave no hot water when your husband takes a shower. When you get out the shower and you've done showering, I recommend you turn it back down to 40 again.
Right.
Rather than if you're keeping your hot water up at 60, you're basically burning fuel you don't need to. It also makes the front end of the caravan over there rather warm too. Okay, because your water heater's underneath the seat at the front there. Okay, now we're on to the energies. Here, the lightning strike is representing your electric supply. So that there we're saying no electric if you just want to run it on gas alone. 1 kilowatt if you're on a limited ampage pitch. It takes a little bit longer to heat the water up, because obviously 1 kilowatt is basically like a big kettle, isn't it? 2 kilowatts or 3 kilowatts. Here is your gas supply. It's showing the green tile, so it's showing we're using gas at the moment. We have the option of using gas or no gas, electric alone. So you can use one fuel or the other, or both.
And that's purely for the water and
It's
heating.
Heating and water.
Yeah.
It's a biofuel. So what it'll use the gas to bring the room temperature and water up to temperature quicker. But once it's at temperature, it'll stop using the gas and maintain it on electric. A bit like over here, this large A is showing you that you've got an activated function, which is shown here as the third party panel, which is basically saying this one can talk to that one. I'll show you in a bit how you can remotely turn your heating on. So that's what that A is. This one is your settings, which you can go into setting for night and day for it to come on if you wish to do that. This one here, the little Pac-Man with the red crossing, is basically Legionnaire's setting on your boiler, which superheats the water for a brief period of time to kill all the germs in it. And you can basically have a play with that and have a look through the book. But there you know how to use the heating and hot water. Okay. Any questions?
No.
No. Good. So now we will come over to your main Swift control panel. As I mentioned when we first got in, this is your main power on off button. Over here is your water pump. These are your lights, which I'll show you now working. The dimmer lights are above the cabinet, and your awning light at the top. So that's two ways you can turn your awning light on and off so far. These, the arrows pointing up and down, are your scrolling buttons. So whatever you're reading at the on the bottom line of the screen here, if we press this one 10 or 11 times, it will basically bring us back to dimmer level, which is what's showing there. It's showing dimmer level at 50% at the moment. So if I press the select button, which is the button arrow pointing in, you may see the dimmer lights above the cabinet turning up gently.
Yeah.
I'll turn them over to 5, they're dimmed down. I say most things on this screen you can control with your app. Lights, water heating, fridge. I don't think you can do the fridge on this one, sorry, because this one's on the cusp chain when they change. So what I'll do, I'm starting at dimmer level, I'll scroll up one. This is telling you the core temperature of your caravan. On your app you have a frost detector. Okay, so the thermometer for your internal temperature is actually down by your boiler. So don't go mistaking this for the room temperature, which is actually 18.5 degrees. This is actually the temperature underneath that bench there. So if it drops below freezing or close to freezing, your app will tell you your caravan is close to freezing. But, I'm told you shouldn't actually wait for your caravan to tell you it's freezing, because if it is, it's too late. But I'm presuming at that point you'll have drained all the water out, or it will be in storage or some such. Okay, going up again. This is your amp limiter, nothing to do with alternate current or anything like that. This, if you go onto a limited ampage pitch, some I'm told only have 6 on the continent. Some in the UK as well only. They're kind of catching up and bringing it up. But if you, let's say for instance, you see I've actually set it, the little padlock up the top there with the lightning strike, I've actually set it at 6 amps. What your caravan will do, it will do everything it can. If you turn your hairdryer on and you click the kettle on, it will do everything it can to prevent you tripping the post if you've only got 6 amps to play with. So you don't have to wait for the guy with the keys in the morning to come unlock and reset the button. Now you see I'm waving my hand in front of it, there's a little eye here that wakes the screen up every time I do that. A lot I'm told have 10 in the UK. The ones here at Love to Stay have 16, so there's no way on earth you're going to trip that unless you bring a washing machine and tumble dryer as well. And some have unlimited.
All right.
Okay, so you could bring a washing machine and tumble dryer and your turntables and everything like that if you wished. We've got one more. This is saying you can actually select either vehicle or car battery. Usually the car battery will select itself once you plug it in, but this is saying you can actually manually connect to the leisure battery if you wished while you're towing. This is showing your solar panel, which as I say will actually trickle charge your leisure battery. The regulator for that is in this cupboard here. That's it there.
Ah, right. Yeah.
That is something you can't actually switch off with either this button or the command panel underneath the bench there. That stays on all year round, that one does. I'll show you it's got a little bit of a reading coming in even now in dingy day like today. We've got one more. The same, we haven't got a vehicle battery attached at the moment. Obviously if we hooked it up to your car it would say vehicle battery attached or engine running. This is showing your leisure batteries charging. Good charge, 14.2. If your leisure battery, even when it's on charge, is struggling to keep 12 volts, which won't happen to yours anytime soon, 3-5 years, something like that. If it's struggling to keep a charge, time to buy a new one, unfortunately. It's like I say, we can't actually top them up anymore. I've got you by the short keywords. This is the module's name, this one, Sargent EC620. So if you wish to YouTube another video demonstration in the future other than the one you've got, that's basically what you put in. System settings, we'll need to go into this in a short period of time to get this system to Bluetooth your app. Did you have it on a tablet or
on my phone?
On the phone, yeah.
Can you do it on? I've got it on my phone, but can I also get it on?
Yeah,
my tablet
whatever
as well?
you download it to, anything that's got Bluetooth or internet.
All right. So you can't only just have it on one thing.
Obviously, we suggest you don't try using more than one appliance at a time. You just confuse the caravan, because you could be at the front end turning the lights on and off, and you could be at the back, whatever. One at a time, please. But you can have as many apps hooked up, appliances hooked up to your system as you like. We'll go into that in a little while. This one, To remotely control your heating, we have to get this one to turn that one off, okay, which I'll show you how to do now. So while we're round on heater settings, I'll press the select. You'll see here it's control manual, which means we can manually control this one at the moment. So I will select it across, it's usually two bleeps, to app. Then I will press up one, when we come to exit settings, select that again, and it turns this one off, which it will do. There you go, just switched it off. So now we can't actually turn this, manually control the heating. It's just going to keep switching itself off, which it'll do again. What I'll do again, because before you're until you're completely familiar with your control systems, I will turn it back.
Yeah, leave it on
to manual. So what we'll do is find heater settings again.
Yeah.
Press select, take it from app to manual.
Yeah.
Press up one, so it says exit settings. Press it again. It comes out of that. So now it's telling us we can actually manually control.
Yeah.
Turn this one on again. Until you're familiar, I recommend you don't try doing that too much. But what we do have to do is tell it what we want it to do again. So I'll have to turn the heating back on. How hot would you like it?
20.
20,
That'll
yeah?
do. Yeah. Standard measuring temperature, 20 degrees C.
Oh, 20, bang on. Look at that. Could guess that time. So we've got 3 kilowatts and gas going in. So at the moment we're using Silent Leisure's gas and energy. So
All right.
have it, bang it up even more if you want. Okay. Okay. So that's your. Now we'll get to system settings in a bit, and we're back to dimmer level. So what we'll do now is we'll go into system settings, and who's got the phone with the app on?
I am.
Okay, so if you get that and pass it to your wife, unless she wants to take over filming.
I mean, you can. I'm not touching
This is
this one.
multitasking. You think you women invented this? We can do this. He's not bad. He's not. Often they get distracted and the camera goes down like this. He's doing very well. Okay, so what I'll do is your Bluetooth switched on. That's what I want to know next.
Should be permanently switched on.
Yeah. Okay. So I will now pair this to that. So we'll tap it on Bluetooth. Search for control panel. There, we've already found it. We don't need a
What's
quickly
that
tap
dripping
pair.
noise I can hear?
Might be a tap dripping. We're actually talking to the caravan via Bluetooth now.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. What I'll do, acid test for this one right now, is get the lights to turn on and off. Okay. Spooky, huh? Right, that's the bedroom. I'll just turn the bedroom lights off. What do you think of that?
That's brilliant.
These are dimmers.
All right.
Okay,
So I can move that.
Dimmer 2 are the front ones here, so we'll tap it halfway. Look at them go. It will go. Takes a little bit of time to catch up sometimes. Mood lighting, sir. Okay, so now we're hooked up
Right.
via Bluetooth. We'll come out of that.
So that's permanently now. I don't need to do anything else.
It will, while you're using Bluetooth, it sometimes goes to sleep.
Right.
What you're going to need both hands for this. So what I'm going to do now is hook you up to your. If you put your email address and password, the one that you use to hook up to.
What's this? Where's this gonna go?
It's pointing it that way. 'Cause you need to know,
Right.
know how to do this. Okay, you shouldn't need to put in your mobile number or anything like that. Now what we'll do is get vehicle details, and it will. Please check your username and password.
I think that's because it needs uppercase, one uppercase letter.
Uppercase. Okay, try again. There we are. That's your caravan right there.
All right.
So we save on that. indeed. So done. Lovely. Terrific. Now you're talking to your caravan via the internet.
All right.
So you can do Bluetooth when you're close by. It's Bluetooth only works 15-20 yards away. Now we can talk to it 15-20
So
miles
my
away.
4Gs.
As long as both of you are in internet connectivity.
Yeah.
4Gs and that. So we've got a little handbook in here. Now you've done that, you can turn that off a bit. Just a little bit. Press pause.